Okay guys, so this is a question on people at work and wage calculations. So I'm going to look at this example today. It's for Cormac Fallon, who as you can see is employed as an electrician with Mahon Electric Ltd. His basic wage rate is €925 for 37-hour week. This means for working 37 hours in a week he earns €925. Overtime, we are told, is paid at time and a half for the first 6 hours and double time for hours in excess of that. In excess means after that. So in week number 30 he worked 48 hours. Straight away we can see, usually he does 37 hours, as you can see there, but this week he did 48 hours. 48 minus 37 equals 11 extra hours. So now we know he's done 11 extra hours this week. So that's what our overtime will be about. We're then told Cormac pays income tax at a rate of 41% and PRSI, or pay related social insurance, at 8%. We're told his tax credit is 7488. Now, a tax credit is a good thing for us as it reduces the amount of tax that we have to pay. 7488 is annual. Annual, as you see there, means yearly. There are 52 weeks in a year, so 52 weeks of the year he pays in total, or he receives, should I say, in total a tax credit of 7488. We are told each week he pays €6 trade union membership and he invests €40 in a pension fund. Both of these are deducted at source by his employer. This means that his employer takes him out of his wages as he receives his payslip. So we are asked to, number 1, complete Cormac's wage slip for week number 30 using a blank document, which I'll show you now in a second. Number 2, to state 2 benefits that Cormac may receive from his PRSI, or pay related social insurance contributions. And finally, to outline 3 responsibilities that Cormac has to his employer. And that's what I'm going to take you through now. Okay, so this page will take us on to our work for the question. Firstly, we are told, as you can see in the top left up here, that he has a basic pay of €925. This means for his 37-hour week, he earns €925, as you can see there. So, let's have a look at working number 1. Okay, as I said in the last slide, 37 hours is a standard week. He's worked 48 hours, therefore we know 11 extra hours has been worked this week. 48 minus 37 equals 11. So the question tells us that overtime is paid at time and a half for the first 6 hours. Okay, first thing we need to do is find out how much he earns per hour, and this is our time rate. So €925 for 37 hours. We want to find out how much he earns for just 1 hour. So as you can see here, 925 divided by the 37 shows us that he earns €25 per hour. €25 is the rate of pay for 1 hour. We are told that time and a half is the first 6 extra hours. So of the 11 extra hours, the 11 here, 6 of them are time and a half. So it's time plus half of time. Half of time is 25 divided by 2, half of 25. So 25 plus 1250 gives us 3750. And 6 of these hours are 3750. 6 by 3750 equals €225. If we look at working number 2, any remaining time is at double time. Well, there was 11 extra hours. We know 6 of them were at time and a half. Therefore, 11 minus 6 is 5 hours remaining. So, 5 hours at double time is 25, which was time, by 2, or double 25. 5 by 50 equals 250, which you can see here. And guys, we bring that up to here, and add 925 plus our 225 plus our 250 to give us gross pay of 1,400. Okay, so moving on then to PAYE, which which is up here. Okay, so we have worked out our gross pay. Our 925, which is his usual weekly money for his 37 hours. His 225, which are 6 hours at time and a half. His 250, which is his 5 hours at double time. Those amount of hours, 37 plus 6 plus 5, gives us our 48 hours he worked that week. Now, we are told that 41% is for PAYE, pay as you earn. So he is taxed at 41% of his gross pay at PAYE. Therefore, as you can see here, let's get rid of that. As you can see here, income tax 41% of gross. We found gross to be 1,400. 1,400 multiplied by 41% equals 574. On your calculator, you would do 1,400 multiplied by 41%, or 1,400 multiplied by 41 divided by 100, which you can see there. That gives us 574, which if we move back up to the top, we will see here. Okay. Now, we are told that he has a tax credit of €7,488. So 7,488 is a tax credit. Remember, a tax credit reduces the amount of tax that you have to pay. Therefore, it is a good thing. So, there's 52 weeks in a year. Annually, yearly, it's 7,488 for the total amount of tax credits he has for a year. To find 1 week, which we are concerned with because this is just one working week, we must divide 7,488 by 52, and that gives us 144, which you can see here. What you do with your tax credit then is take it away from your gross pay. So 574 minus 144, and I just show you there the tax credit. It's for us, it's a good thing because it reduces the amount of tax that you have to pay. So 574 minus our tax credit of 144 gives us €430, and this will go into our wage slip on the next slide. Okay, so finally we are told that PRSI, his contribution for PRSI is 8% of gross. So gross is 1,400, which we worked out in our first box at the top here. 1,400 multiplied by 8%, or multiplied by 8 divided by 100 on your calculator, gives you €112. So as you can see up here, PRSI will be €112. So quickly to recap, gross pay is a €925 he earned. We are given this in the question. There was 11 extra hours that he worked. The first 6, which we are told, are time and a half. Time is €25. We found that out by 925 divided by 37. Gave us a grand total of 25. The first 6 hours are time and a half, so 6 multiplied by time and a half, which we found out to be 37.50, gives us a total of 225. The remaining time is double time, so that's 5 more hours that are remaining. 5 by double 25, 5 by 50, gives us a grand total of 250, and it's that working there. So now we know our gross, 925 plus 225 plus 250 is 1,400. We are then told that PAYE is at 41% of gross. We know gross is 1,400. We know our PAYE is 41%. 41% of 1,400 is 574. But we do have a tax credit of 144, which was our 7,488 divided by 52, because there are 52 weeks in the year. 574 minus 144 gave us 430 PAYE, which will go into our payslip on the next slide. And finally, PRSI, pay-related social insurance, is 8% of gross. 1,400 multiplied by 8% gives us 112. Just to show you there. Okay, so now to the actual wage slip. Now in an exam you will be given a sample wage slip and be asked to fill it in based on your calculations that you have worked out. I have simply just drawn a box here, but you know that, guys, yourself. So now it will start off with his name and the week number. Now in the question it tells you his name is Cormac Fallon and the week number is 30. Okay, so we've worked out that basic pay, we already know, is €925. That was given to us in the question for his 37-hour week. Overtime was 475. It was our 225 for our 6 hours at time and a half, and 250 for our double time. So our total overtime equaled 475, which gave us a gross pay of 1,400. Now, as well as that, we know our tax credit is 144. Now, you don't do anything with this 144, you just simply show it. The reason is because if we look down at the PAYE, which is down here, you've already reduced your PAYE by 144. And that gave you 430. So if you look back to the slide before, you'll see that we've already reduced our PAYE by our 144. You simply here would just show your tax credit. You wouldn't do anything else with the figure because you already have in our rough work. So if we move down here, obviously you see your gross pay to be 1,400 up there. We look at our deductions. Our PAYE was 430. Look at our rough work. I think it was number 2 on the last slide, or number 3 perhaps. Our PRSI we found out to be 112, which is that there. Our trade union is 6 and pension is 40, which was shown in the question. If you add all these up, it gives you €588. So 430 plus 112 plus 6 plus 40 gives you €588. So we have it. We have our gross, our income to equal 1,400. We have our deductions to equal 588. So income or gross pay minus deductions equals net pay. So we found out that our net pay for this question equals €812. €812. So to quickly recap, based on the rough work that we had in the last slide plus the very first slide, we know his name to be Cormac Fallon, the week number to be 30, his basic pay for his 37-hour week to be €925, his overtime, so his 11 hours of extra work that he did that week, are 225 for our 6 hours plus 250 for the other 5, gives us €475. We add 925 plus 475, we got 1,400. As you see in the previous slide, your tax credit is just shown there to be 144, but we already took it away from our PAYE in the previous slide to give us 430. Our deductions, PAYE 430, PRSI was shown as 112, remember 8% of our gross. Our trade union is 6 and pension is 40, which are given to us in the question. They all total up to be €588. Gross pay minus deductions, you know this from chapter 1 of business studies, equals €812. Finally, you are asked to give benefits from PRSI. So, some of the benefits can include unemployment benefit. The money you pay in your PRSI goes towards that, goes towards disability benefits, goes towards widows' pensions, and goes towards dental benefits for people in need. And then responsibilities that Cormac would have as an employee to his employer would be he has to be punctual, which means being on time, respect others around him, follow instructions, and do an honest day's work. A lot of these things, guys, will be similar to your role as a student in a school. Your responsibilities, which we have looked at before, would ensure you would have a safe and happy working environment? So that is this question. I hope you benefit from it. Please look over very carefully, and any questions, do ask. Thank you.